What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing Hour of Need by Blacklist Games, designed by Brady and Adam Sadler. Now this is the third game in the modular deck system. We got an all-in pledge here. You can't see some of the smaller boxes, don't worry, we'll take a look at them later. So we're going to show you everything that you can get for this game. Now the game is for 1 to 2 players. If you get one of these smaller standalone boxes, if you have the core game, it's 1 to 4 players, and you can even take it all the way up to 6 by having one of these and the core box. Now for those of you that are familiar with the modular deck system games, just like those other games, Brook City and Street Masters, each of your player characters will have a deck of cards that you'll be playing. You're going to be trying to trigger the combos and best use your deck to resolve the objectives of the stage, as well as defeat the villain in order to win the day and stop the minions, the lackeys, from doing all sorts of dastardly deeds around town, while, you're also trying to fight the villain. So that's what you're going to be doing in the game. I got a chance to play test it. It was pretty cool. Looking forward to getting this to the table for real this time with miniatures, nice boards. So hopefully Julian will be getting to it actually this weekend. And yeah, not much more to say about that. Let's take a look. What's in the box? So we're going to take a look at what's in the box for Hour of Need. Been eagerly awaiting this game. Got to do a little play testing of it. So I do know how it plays, but it has been quite a while. Doing my best to keep everything on camera. I think the box is just slightly wider than I've got space for on camera, but it shouldn't really affect anything. So we've got the rule book. Right now, everything looks good with the explanations. I like the big comic style references, explains the cards, and of course, to the front, you got a visual component breakdown. Here we've got the Hour of Need issue guide. So this will be where you're getting all of your missions from, the different issues. I love love that aspect of it. So we've got a few different ones with different complexity ratings. And that should provide a fair bit of variety for anyone looking to play the game. I like the fact that we do also have a breakdown of the heroes as well as the villains and their complexity, so what's going on. I think that's really cool. Previously in Street Masters, you did have to get like the compendium to get all that information, so I like that it's included here. We've got what looks to be our focus values, the life tokens, some tokens related to a few characters. I forget what these ones are for. And then just some locations. Here we've got tokens for some specific heroes. Looks like we've got some bystanders as well as objective tokens. It's interesting this side is the rounded side, just was packaged a little differently. Now, we've got a few different boards, which is something that is very different for the MDS system, where it's always been tiles or a giant one giant board that can be used. This one gives you a few different double-sided boards for each of the issues. Look really good. I like the art. Everything I'm seeing from this production value-wise makes me very happy that I did back the game despite the fact that it took quite a long time for it to arrive. Now, we will be showcasing the cards for all the characters, but we'll save going into detail about the different characters and their abilities when we take a look at the components. Even then, it's still not going to be a full high-level explanation. So here we've got the set of plastic base rings that comes with the game. Got a few different packs of cards. So we'll start with one, see what we find. So it looks like this is more of the villains cards. So we got Dowager, Gorilla, and then the Micro Guy. So as the hero, see the exotic effects, the attack effects for him. So looking at Gorilla, the hero, you got his exhaust and attack effects. So he's clearly using knives, infiltrate, tech savvy. Got some cool stuff. I'm sure we'll find more of Micro Guy's cards later. The one left behind. Then we got the villain Dowager, her activate effect, her stooges, Widowmakers, Perils, or lackeys, and then her trail. She's got guns, stuff like that she uses. And I really like the art that we're seeing so far. I'm not sure if we'll find Micro Guy stuff if we open up this next pack, but he'll definitely show up as we take a look at the components. So we've got the reference cards. So Nemesis from the schemes. We've got the different missions. Looks like we got volume 13. False leads. Automated chaos. So these looks to be a lot of the different just like enemy decks, or not enemy decks, sorry, the issue decks that will come across. Take a look at this pack here. So we've got some more enemies. Definitely looks like these are also 4-man hooked. So this looks like to be actually the other cards from the issues. Here we've got our another villain, Curtains, after Dowager. So we've got all of his stuff, and then some more cards for Dowager. So we'll definitely just have to go through all of this stuff and sort it out to make sure that it is easy to find. Well, that's one of the things I do love about all of the MDS system games, is that we get these really nice dividers in order to be able to easily sort all the cards. That's something that I'm going to go ahead and do off camera. We'll get to this little pack of cards in a moment. I want to stick with the big pack of cards here. Yeah, we can see the rest of Micro Guy's card pack here. So here we've got Majesty, Color in the Sky, Heat Vision, really cool. Like what we're seeing here, we've got Stride, our flashlight character, another character that we had a lot of fun playing. And then Micro Guy, who I did not play but had some really awesome abilities. So you get a feel for what we got. Here are the dice for the game. So you can just see the different results. The burst, triple hits, the mask, so like your focus symbols. So it's pretty cool stuff. I like everything that I see. There is, I took a quick peek actually, there is some storage under here. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it. My goal is going to be to get this game into as little or smallest shelf space as possible, because that's something that we are definitely running out of. And this month, for whatever reason, we've got like everything that was delayed is finally shipping. So just trying to get this tiny card pack open. This one seems to be a little harder than the other card packs, so still not too bad. I've got the corner open, really just trying to get that edge without damaging it. So sorry, it's a little bit off camera, but this part is not all that interesting, but there we go. We've got just villain sightings, you may solve. So different clues, weak points, everything that's very comic booky, encouraging lead, hack comms, and stuff like that. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So here we've got all of our miniatures, and these do feel a lot more detailed than some of the previous Blacklist Games minis, so I do like them. We've got Majesty, Gorilla. It definitely looks like we got Stride right here. Micro Guy. This looks like to be some of the boss enemies. I'm not going to remember the names for all of this. So for now, I want to make sure we progress through this fairly quickly. We've got Dowager, Curtain, And here we've got a mage character. Very cool looking. So these might be related to some of the scenarios. So pretty cool. And then here we've got the lackeys, as these are all 4 minis of the same type. I'm not going to take them out. You can just get a nice idea as to what the miniatures look like. And there you have it. That's the core box. And as you can see, even just like with the cards, we've got plenty of room for more. Maybe you won't be able to get all this in one box, but hoping to get it into 2 boxes. And I will definitely start sorting these cards and making sure that everything is nicely divided up after I get this all back into the box. And then I'll be coming back at you with our next game, which is a standalone game as well as an expansion for Hour of Need. We're going to take a look at the Judge and Jury expansion, which is inspired by Batman and Robin. So keep it right here and we'll take a look at plenty of more Hour of Need content. We've got quite a few more sections of the video to go through. So I'll be back, hopefully faster than Stride. So we're going to take a look at the Judge and Jury standalone expansion for Hour of Need. Now, what does that mean? So you've got everything to play in this box for 1 to 2 players. So you do get a full rule book with visual breakdown of the components and the same explanation and overview. So I'm not sure if there are any real differences as I'm just looking at this so far, but from what I can gather, a lot of this seems to be straight up copied and pasted from the original rule book, and that you're just primarily going to see just some differences in terms of the art used for setup, just so that people are using their actual the tiles that they have. And the real difference is going to be in here in the issue guide, which will have the different villains, the maybe villains just from the stage, campaign trail, then the heroes and villains that you'll be playing as, Judge and Jury. And then we've got One-Liner, who is the villain. Now that we have this, we do look like we got about the same amount of tokens, just some new enemies and bystander tokens. Now some of those I believe may be replaced in the stretch goals, which we're going to be taking a look at in a moment. So here we have just the board. You're going to get one of them. It is double-sided. So as you can see, we have less miniatures. And there's nothing underneath for storage. So we'll take a look at what we've got. We'll look at the miniatures first. I'll just move this off camera. We do have a few more of the bases, so that's always helpful. We do get more dice. One of the reasons with this game I didn't actually have to buy extra dice. So here we've got the miniature for Judge, some nice detail. If you can paint miniatures, you can really make her look cool. We've got the One-Liner here, so looking all badass, ready for a fight. And then, maybe I got that wrong, is this? No, and here we've got Jury. I thought I had them confused for a second, but nope. So we've got Judge and Jury, and then we've got the lackeys. So here we go with the characters. More dice. We already taken a look at those. I'm not going to open them up again. At this point, we only have 1 pack of cards. No, 2 packs of cards. So cards are a little trickier this time to get open, but not that bad. There we go. Oh, actually, it is a little trickier. There we go. No problem. So once again, you get reference cards, but just 2 of them. These are the cards for Campaign Trail. So General Domain, crude copies. So Bystanders. And then for the Visiting Hours. Then we get some of the One-Liners cards. So just flip them over here so you can see different attacks the One-Liner will be doing, like Reloaded with some of the different objectives. Staggering Hook. And Visiting Hours to set up the inmates. diminishing self-control. So we've got the stage stuff that's going on, then the rules for campaign trail, some of the different things that are going on and where we've got to go to make sure that we save the day and, stop the bad guys, because that's what heroes do. So here we'll be able to take a look at the cards. So the rest of like the one-liner cards, you've got their villain card, their lackeys, hecklers, things like that. Here we've got the judge, their ability to solve, the shackling hook, burden of proof, exhibit A, swift justice. Then we got jury, so their exhaust effect, attack, shackle shot as well. We the jury, medical training. So pretty cool stuff. Really loving the art that I see on the cards. It is making me wish that there was a a comic book set in the world of Hour of Need. So we do have just the dividers. So as you can see, storing all this stuff in one box is very much possible, and it does give you plenty of room. Looking at everything we got, though, like I said, I'm not sure if it was going to be 1 or 2 boxes, but just have to decide which one, and so far I think this is the one that we're gonna probably keep. So here just are more of the same style clue cards. You just get some more of them. Not sure if there are any that are quite different for this expansion only, however. So there you have it, though. We've seen everything that is in the box. I'm not gonna put these in sideways. We'll just stack them up for now, as I will be sorting through and punching all of this Hour of Need content right after this unboxing. Get the tokens put up here, the rulebook and the issue guide. So there you have it. The Judge and Jury standalone 1 to 2 player expansion. This will let you take the game up to 5 or 6 players. But keep right here, we're not done yet. We've got 2 more of these to take a look at, and then we'll take a look at the stretch goals and the Bystanders and Minions miniature pack. Be back in a flash. So we're going to take a look at the Divine Law standalone expansion for Hour of Need. Now this can be combined with the core game to be played with up to 6 heroes. So what you do get is the Divine Law issue guide, which has got most of the new stuff that you need, the rules for the different scenarios, the story moments. So you got 2 different scenarios in this. Then you get some background on the heroes, Belt and Wyvern, and then the villain. You also once again get an Hour of Need rulebook, which from what we saw with Judge and Jury has a few different aspects just at the start in terms of the overview, game setup, and then the issue board diagram. But once you get to like page 10, it's entirely identical to the previous rulebook. So you got a few different token sheets. So if you're like me and you've got all this stuff, you're going to probably have more tokens than you could ever need. We do get the issue, the board for the 2 different scenarios. So more bases. Love those. We're going to start once again with the miniatures. So here are the lackeys. I'm definitely not going to remember their names off the bat. So take a look at them first. Here we've got the Taoist, her miniature, like the detail. And the other 2, fairly easy to figure out. We've got Wyvern. And then here we've got, gotta be drawing a blank on his name, but we'll find out in just a second when we open up his stuff. Belt, I was thinking it's Divine Law, and I was, just the look had me entirely thinking of like Eula, Tekken, Bruce Lee, all that type of stuff. So we got Belt, hero card, you can see his abilities. He's got some heightened senses, mind over body, blind rage, so gonna be kicking some butt, and definitely inspired by the Iron Fist. So we got Wyvern, who's got his demon, and I'm not quite sure exactly who he's inspired by. It reminds me a little of Etrigan, but I can't really think of the hero, so I really like the fact that he's really his own character, something new, but who knows, I might just not know the material. Then we got the Tarot the terrorist. Sorry, just the way that's written was difficult, the Zodiac Assassin. So that's what we saw earlier. Different lackeys. We got plenty of die once again. So we'll get this opened up here. So we have the rest of her cards. Then we got the stuff for the different level cards for Twisted Myths, Sign Below, and some more reference cards. Once again, you can see on the back different art. That back here, we didn't really look at the back, so you can see the art for the Taurus, Wyvern, and Belt. And lastly are just the clue cards. This pack actually decided to cooperate right now. So same stuff that we've seen in all of the other packages. And then last but not least, the dividers, which, as I've mentioned many times, makes it easy for you to sort this all and store it into your main box or into two separate boxes, depending on how much content you've got for the game and exactly how you're looking to organize it. So there you have it. We've taken a look at what's in the Divine Law expansion box for Hour of Need. So we can get this all boxed back up. And next we're going to take a look at Gem and Ice, and then depending on the space we got on camera, maybe one last section with the stretch goals and some other small add-ons, as well as then the Playmats afterwards. Keep it right here. I'll be back faster than tried. Now we're going to take a look at what's in the box for the Hour of Need Gem and Ice standalone expansion. Once again, you can just play this game or you can mix it in with the original. So we get the rule book, like the other ones, just in case you skipped over. You got some new pages in the front listing what you're getting, changing up some of the art, showing you how to set up the game, and again, the issue breakdown. But page 10 forward are identical to the other rule books that we've seen so far. We get the new issue guide. So this is going to give us the Shattered World, as well as Burning Heart. So seems like this is a little X-Men inspired, maybe. You want to do a little bit of Dark Phoenix there. Seems to be some of the more complicated heroes, but not quite sure. I really don't know what the source material is for Gem and Ice, but I like the look of everything, and it seems like a pretty cool comic to read, actually. So once again, more tokens for everything that we need, even some new stuff for Gem. Here we've got just the board. So we have Burning Heart. And then the one that I think is just the coolest is the Scepter one up in space from Shattered World. So really, really cool. We've got the lackeys. Not quite sure what they are. A little difficult to get out here, but we've got these monstrous lackeys, which have a lot of detail. These are some of the most detailed miniatures I've seen, actually, from Blacklist Games. Keep in mind that we still yet to receive our Fantasy Series 1 in Canada. So here is Atasia, the villain. Here we've got, I'm guessing he's, well, not guessing, he's got the gem in the center of his chest, so gem. And then we've got Ice. More dice. I fear just skipping ahead, wondering why we're not looking at a lot of this stuff. We've seen quite a bit of it multiple times already. So this time, just because it was easier, we've got the dividers, as you can see. So you can sort this into another game box or sort stuff into this box. We've got some more of the plastic rings, always great. Yeah, just get the clues open right away. As this is definitely a lot of the same stuff. Weak point, local assistance, time to space. So there is a few things that differ from what we've seen before, but not a ton. So here we've got our hero and villain cards. Ice, you cannot play your equipment cards normally. So you've got a bunch of cool equipment. Hyperflex Vision. You've got bracers, belts, so you're all geared up. And you're a tech hero, which is pretty cool. Trained Commander. Cold Snap, so he definitely reminds me of Cyclops. And Trinket Tokens reference, we've got Gem. So Gleam's Chosen, so pretty cool stuff here. Cosmic Congruence. It's almost like one of his brothers, maybe inspired a little bit by Havoc, so does see a little bit X-Men inspired here. Prismatic Constructs. Then we've got Astasia. So these are Shard Eaters, the bad guys. Then we got Dark Rift, all sorts of bad stuff that she's going to be doing. And this package had opened. So more stuff, Sinister Shadows, all the crazy stuff she's going to do to us. And then we've got Shattered World, different locations, and what we need to do to, of course, win the scenario. Solar Pain, our enemy. So pretty cool stuff. And I think we're going to actually see some more of those characters in a little bit more detail. Also, once again, just so you can see the back of the cards quickly. We'll be looking more at details of some of those characters in our next segment, because we did get the miniature upgrade, which will replace some of the tokens. Now, I like my minis because we have minis, but I do think that Blacklist Games went on the right path to especially making these the kind of expansions that are very easy to get into retail. So we will get everything boxed back up. And we're now going to take a look at some of the small add-ons, the Kickstarter exclusives, or stretch goals for Hour of Need. Not sure if they're exclusives. And then we'll get to the Playmats. No money in the box here. I took it away, but I'll be back faster than tried. So let's take a look at some of the other content we got for Hour of Need. Now, I will not be reboxing any of this stuff because it's going to be going into another box. Definitely will not be keeping the small stuff. So we can take a look at the Jade Kid. So we do get the Jade Kid in a nice little box. We have her pack of cards. Again, so Jade Kid, Cosmic Harmony, Alien Persistence. Pretty cool stuff. Annabelle, the Bystander. So she's got a helpful bystander. So here we've got Annabelle. Put the miniature down there. We've got the Jade Kid. And then here we have her divider. So I'll just take this out of the plastic since I'll be, as I said, organizing all this stuff. So we got a divider. So that'll just go right here next to this stuff for the moment. And that's that. What you get in this box. So a new hero, and you're good to go. Now, these are always fun, and I've not played with enough of these packs, actually, even though I have them for all the games. So these are hero versions of the enemies. So you do get some tokens to use their abilities, and I believe the reason why you're getting some stuff that you may already have, just so you can divide up their villain cards from their hero cards. You also get a little bit different pose. They're also packaged this way because if you, for example, just wanted to buy one pack of Hour of Need products, so you could then add these characters into any one of the games that are available. The core game for 4 or the 2-player game. So you get to play one-liner as a hero, maintaining control, on the loose, kicking some butt, easily agitated. They got decoy tokens for curtains, so you'd be able to play him. And then you also have Dowager, who you'll then play her as a hero, using all of her cool abilities. in your favor. Yes, I know I'm not going into a ton of detail on this stuff, but as we're doing a Kickstarter all-in unboxing, I really do try to keep things moving as much as possible. So we've got just another miniature for one-liner. We've got curtain. Pretty cool. Can't see a lot of the detail, unfortunately, just because of all the stuff I got on camera. And then here we've got the Dowager. Yeah. Her in one-liner, the miniatures do look a little alike, which is not that cool. So we've got the Bystander and Minion upgrade pack. So essentially, what this does is it just takes a whole bunch of the different minions you see that don't have any miniatures or tokens, and it gives you an upgrade for them, as well as some of the Bystanders. So you got some of these nasty minions. Pretty cool. I don't know which ones are which. We didn't take a ton of detail on some of the stuff, but these will all be things that don't have miniatures that have tokens. So pretty cool stuff. This is Bystander. Like, this primarily looks like it's just the minions, but we do get see fleeing citizens. So one of those are the fleeing citizens. So what you do get is Bystander cards for all of these in there. So they don't have a lot of detail. Two of them are, you know, fleeing citizens, and we got the operative, the minions. So we do get the upgrades for these and adding some new content to the game. Then last, we have the Hour of Need stretch goals. So we'll take the box out. So we do get Fault, a new hero. Up here, I do believe we've got another hero. It's a little on Hawkeye. It could be a few different heroes, actually. So we'll take a look. You know what? Let's take the. Here are some new enemies. But let's see if this will help us get this out. Packaging is not my favorite for some of this stuff. Like, you always got to dump all of it out, which I really don't want to do on camera. But I was able to get it. You got a tiny little nook for your finger there, which is very hard to see. So we do have two new heroes, Fault and Acrid. So there is Acrid right here. And let's see how the cards relate to all this other stuff that we got in here. As that's loose now, it's not a big deal. We'll put the character back. And as it's been so long, I really don't remember what all these stretch goals were offered during the campaign. So here we've got, as you can see, Acrid's cards. And we've got Crisis, Time Frame, Fault. So we'll see what we got here. So Fault's cards for the hero. Time Frame is an ally. So that's cool. We've got Loxley as a nemesis. Some different stuff for Curtain Call. And then we've got Acrid's a villain, so that explains a little bit more. So Acrid's a villain, so only one new hero, actually. And then we have some, the allies and the nemesis. And then these Biofiends that we're seeing there. And possibly we've got, interesting to see what what these are. It could be another upgrade, but I really just don't remember at the time. So we can see we got Fault, our ally, Acrid, our nemesis, the Biofiends, and I'm really not sure what exactly these are for, but if I do, I'm going to definitely take a look in the Kickstarter page, and if there's something that jumps to my mind, I will definitely mention it. So there you have it. You've taken a look at all the other small extra boxes for Hour of Need. So I'm not boxing them back up. They're going to be sorted into the boxes. Last thing we're going to take a look at is the playmat, and then I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Now we'll take a look at the Hour of Need playmats. Now, it's either rather long, it's going to be tricky to show you everything. So if you are familiar with the MDS system, you know you've got your threat card area, your hero play card area, got some outlines for cards there, place to keep the turn card, hero card, and then place for your hero deck, discard pile, your clues, and then all the different focus tokens, your activation tokens, everything that you're going to need on a nice playmat. Now I got 4 of them. Kind of wondering if I maybe should have gone 6 since the game can be played up to 6 players, but I don't really see that necessarily happening anytime soon. So there you have it. We've taken a look at everything, the all-in pledge for Hour of Need. Hope you enjoyed it. Now keep it right here. I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see pictures of Julie and I playing Hour of Need, there'll be plenty on those feeds. Also, down there's a link to multizone.ca, a great Canadian game store. Click that link, you'll get 10% off your next purchase. Great way to support the channel as a portion of that purchase is returned to us. Then popping up in front of me will be links to some of our previously released videos. Over here will be our most recent release. Eventually, this will take you back to our review and how to play of Hour of Need. But for now, we'll take you back to our review and how to play of Street Masters. With that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.